The ground in Kisii and Nyamira is proving more hostile for politicians allied to President William Ruto, and the latest victim is Nyaribari Chache MP Japheth Nyakundi. Over the weekend, the lawmaker, who also serves as UDA's national treasurer, was forced to run for his safety after angry residents turned against him during a public event. The situation started like any other political stopover. Nyakundi's convoy pulled up at the venue, with his team expecting a routine welcome. Instead, a crowd of youths surged forward, not to cheer him but to confront him. They accused the legislator of selling the community's political loyalty to Ruto, a move they said betrayed the region's interests. The chants quickly grew into a mob reaction as the stones were hurled at his motorcade. Police officers who had been stationed nearby were caught off guard by the sudden escalation. Within minutes, they were overwhelmed as the crowd closed in on the MP's convoy. The Directorate of Criminal Investigation DCI officers, who had also been deployed discreetly, joined the effort to shield Nyakundi from what was shaping out to be a violent confrontation. The joint police and DCI squad managed to whisk the shaken MP away before the situation spun completely out of control. The incident marked another blow for Ruto's political grip in Kisii land, an area that has increasingly shown signs of slipping away from his camp. Nyakundi's humiliation paints a bigger picture of resistance against UDA operatives, especially those viewed as imposing Ruto's agenda in a region that has historically demanded political independence.
Wajipange kama pesa yao ni ya kununua mahoteli, ya kununua magari, ya kusafiri, shauri yao. Wasitusumbue sisi ambao tunaleta pesa yetu hapa, tusaidie watu hapa na mbali.
For months, whispers of discontent have been growing in Kisii and Nyamira. Youths, elders, and even elected leaders have been openly voicing their dissatisfaction with Ruto's government, pointing at unfulfilled promises, rising economic hardship, and the feeling of being sidelined. Nyakundi, being one of the top figures carrying UDA's flag in the region, has become a direct target of the anger. The open hostility is not just about one MP. It reflects the fast-changing political climate in Kisii, where former Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i has been steadily gaining ground as the community's preferred choice for national leadership. Matiang'i's quiet but calculated re-emergence on the political stage has unsettled Ruto's allies, who now find themselves out of touch with a base that once tolerated them.
Mtu ya mdomo chafu, wakati tulikuwa tunapitisha mswada ya maneno ya sukari, yeye alikataa, akasema watu ya Western, watu ya Busia, watu wa Nambale hawana shares, tusipitishe mswada. Lakini sisi tukasema.
Nyakundi's case exposed the vulnerability of Ruto's strategy in the region. By relying on a few loyalists to sell his agenda, the president risks alienating voters who feel ignored. The people of Kisii and Nyamira are known for their independent political thinking, rarely surrendering to imposed leaders or external influence. The violent rejection of Nyakundi is a sharp reminder of that tradition. The intervention of the police and DCI to save a sitting MP from his own constituents also sends a warning signal to Ruto's inner circle. It shows the level of hostility brewing at the grassroots, where state security forces are forced to play rescue missions instead of providing normal protection. If this trend continues, it raises serious questions about whether Ruto can sustain his influence in the region through 2027.
Linasema Mungu humuinua mnyonge kutoka mavumbini akamketisha pamoja na wafalme. Leo
politically, this development hands Matiang'i a significant advantage. His allies have not faced similar hostility when addressing local gatherings, and his name is increasingly becoming the rallying point whenever leaders discuss the community's future. The contrast between Matiang'i's reception and Nyakundi's rejection illustrates where the tide is turning. For Nyakundi, the incident could mark a turning point in his career. His survival in Nyaribari Chache now hangs in the balance as constituents openly associate him with unpopular government policies. The violent rejection shows that the patience of the people is wearing thin, and any misstep could cost him his seat. The bigger question remains whether Ruto himself can salvage his dwindling support in Kisii. The president may have secured votes from the region in the last election, but the victory was built on fragile alliances that now appear to be collapsing. Without visible deployment projects, employment opportunities, or meaningful representation, his promises are just dismissed as empty rhetoric.
Ati na wanafikiria ya kwamba watatutisha, sijui nini, sijui nini, sijui nini. Mimi nataka niwaambie wale watu walimaliza ukabila Kenya hii.
The Kisii incident is more than just political drama. It is a warning shot to UDA that the honeymoon period is long gone and the ground is shifting quickly. If Ruto's team cannot read the mood and recalibrate their approach, they risk losing a key region that could tilt the balance in the next election. As things stand, the streets of Kisii and Nyamira are no longer safe territories for UDA-aligned politicians. The people are speaking loudly through actions, no words, and their message is simple. They will not be forced into political directions they do not believe in. Japheth Nyakundi's close shave is just the latest reminder of a storm that is only beginning to gather momentum in Kisii politics.
What the?